the government for 3 years it's been, or 2 years it's been, 2.5 years. And it'll be interesting to see how they play that. I mean, it would look silly if they pretended that everything was okay. They haven't yet pulled the plug on the confidence and supply agreement that they have with the Tories.
Ben, interestingly, you say it's a humiliation, because a line that we're constantly getting from the government is that, look, you know, when it comes to Northern Ireland, they're getting the best of both worlds because they're going to have arrangements with both the EU and Great Britain. Is that sentiment absolutely not going to be shared at the conference today?
I actually think that there was a delayed reaction to this because it's been about a week. And I think that the feeling is moving the other way. The first thing is that it's very complex. It's a very complex arrangement. It's an arrangement that doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. So it takes people time to get it. But when there were these reports this week, when it seemed that the ministers themselves didn't know whether or not somebody exporting from here to Great Britain would have to fill in export declaration form,
is for the truth to come out as to what they did in 2016. And quite frankly, with an honest attorney general and the courts operating the way they are, by this time next year, you're going to see what they did. And they don't want going back to China or to Russia or to Ukraine and investigating. They're not talking about the next election. The president's talking about what they already did in 2016, and that's what has them running scared.
The president, because they're preferring it.
I think it'd be a very small minority of the ERG that would resist an agreement that, frankly, the DUP would be prepared to live with because of the removal of the backstop. I think it would be stretching it very far. Equally, there are a significant number of Labour MPs who have indicated to me that they rather regret having not voted for the agreement that was on the table when it was before Parliament, and would welcome the opportunity, frankly, to return to any agreement that could be had.
So you reckon it's going to be an agreement in the end?
I think the balance of probability is that there will be an agreement. It's entirely possible that we leave without an agreement, but I think the balance of probability, certainly the possibility of an agreement, has now increased entirely as a consequence of putting the possibility of no agreement clearly on the table. The whole business all along has been that, a fifth column has effectively undermined our ability to get an agreement that could get through Parliament by trying to take no deal off the table, on the grounds that you're clearly signalling to your counterparties that actually they don't really mean it, they won't leave without a deal, therefore you needn't actually negotiate seriously.
So Desmond Swain, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Well, the Prime Minister published his very clear compromise in terms of his letter to the European Union, and we do need to see the European Union shift. So that's very much clearly out in the public domain as to where the Prime Minister has compromised on. But